Hello everyone, welcome to Wednesdays with Whitney. This is Miss Gracie Pollack. Today we are going to be talking about senior portraits. So 'tis the season. Gracie and I did her senior portraits, in June, which was a fantastic time. We weren't sweating it out yet. And now it's kind of the season where everybody's calling and asking a ton of questions about this particular topic. So I thought we would just take us through the entire process. Sure. So we are out on location today. We are actually in an alleyway near the studio. So we're just wandering around. This is kind of how these shoots go. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about how Gracie and I met. So I had an intern last year named Emma Cox. Emma, if you're out there, hello. These lovely ladies go to Valley High School, and at Valley they have this awesome program where they design their own clothing line. And I did a shoot for Emma, and Gracie actually did all the models' makeup. Right. Yep. So Gracie, tell us a little bit about your interest in makeup, because she did her own makeup for her photo shoot, and it was amazing.
Let's see, I've been doing makeup for like 5 years maybe, and I don't know, I've just always been really into it. In like middle school, I just started watching YouTube videos.
The generation of YouTube.
Yes, and it's just like turned into a huge passion of mine. So I do makeup for show choir at Valley, and that's how I met Emma, and she reached out to me for her like fashion design shoot with the clothes she modeled, and asked me to do makeup, and that's how I met Whitney.
Yes, and I was so impressed. Like, not only she was just so professional, showed up on time, did 3 models, it was phenomenal. So Gracie and I stayed connected, and then I got an email from her, and she was like, do you remember me? I'd love you to do my senior portraits. And I was like, girl, of course, I'm going to remember the most professional 16-year-old that I've ever met. So tell me, like, when you were thinking about your senior portraits, what was the thought process in reaching out to me? What did you see that you liked? What was going on there?
Well, after meeting you for the first time with Emma, I like fell in love with your personality. You were like so fun, and of course I wasn't like on the actual shoot, but just getting ready, you were like so motivated and like ready to go, and just like so supportive, which I loved. And then you gave me like a little pamphlet and your business card, and I like occasionally would like look at it. Like, I kept it on my desk for like a year.
So you're telling me my marketing works?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
Great.
And you had like just the most gorgeous, vibrant photos, and just like that with your personality, I like knew from the summer before that I wanted to go with you.
Awesome.
So,
my shirt's being very wild in the wind. So that's awesome. Thank you so much. So I was like, of course, come in. I would love to shoot your senior portraits. So everybody kind of goes through the same thing. I send everybody a style guide, because like what to wear is easily one of the hardest things to even think about. So I sent, and Gracie has phenomenal style. You can see, like, she's absolutely adorable. So she doesn't really need this as much as some other people. But when seniors and moms come in for the shoot, they always bring all of their clothes. So they've had this style guide to prep for it. But it's still that question of like, what do I actually wear? So Gracie and her mom brought in all the clothes, and we kind of went through and talked about like, okay, do I want to do some urban stuff? Do I want to go and do some greenery? And I really like to do a little bit of both, and that's what we ended up doing for Gracie.
That's what I wanted to.
So tell me about your shoot. Like, when you walked in, like, what were you thinking about? What were you feeling?
Oh gosh, I had a lot going on. First, I was nervous, because I've never been photographed before.
Which is unfathomable to me. You should be photographed all the time.
Thanks. So yeah, definitely nervous, eager too, because we had been rained out a couple times.
Yes, oh my gosh. So the weather was not on. It was terrible. It was a couple weeks where I think it rained every day. And I can shoot, like right now, today it's overcast and very, very windy. But I can shoot in this. This is actually great. We're not going to be sweating to death. But if it's pouring, like, we just don't really have an option. So Gracie had been really great about the reschedules.
But yeah, so I was like really eager, and I was really excited just because you were, again, like so supportive and exciting, and you just have so much like energy and motivation. I was like really looking forward to it. But yeah, again, I was nervous because I'm like, I don't know what to do.
I think everybody walks in thinking that they're not going to photograph well. I hear this all the time. Like, I'm not going to photograph well. I'm like, that's not real, guys. Like, I can do it. Like, trust me, I can do it. I think, what did we do? We went to Gray's, right? We went to Gray's Lake. I love shooting there because there's so much variety. Gorgeous, like,
really pretty.
Oh, we were at Waterworks too, though.
We went to Waterworks after Grace,
Okay, so we did Gray's and what? We just like went all over.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to make sure we got a ton of green stuff.
Yeah.
And also there's just so many diverse landscapes out there. And then we came back downtown, right?
Yes.
And the white wall's like right over there.
Yep.
So we just kind of didn't we just walk around this area?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, found like a background that worked with my outfits.
Yeah. So I like to be pretty spontaneous. I really like to see people's clothing before I make any decisions because everybody is different. So, and like my brain is just a catalog of Des Moines locations. I literally drive around and I'm like, oh, that's pretty. Megan's nodding back there like, yes. When we drive together, it's just a constant like, I should photograph there. So we did the shoot, and then something that I love to do and I do with everybody is once the shoot happens, I have my clients in to see the photos in my studio. So the reason I do this is because looking at yourself can be challenging. I know that when I'm looking at myself, I'm like, oh, okay, like some of these are amazing, some of these are like not my favorite. So I never want a client to have that experience of like having to stare at images that they don't love. So I have and anybody who's worked with me knows that I have a very specific way that I take people through photos. So Gracie, can you tell us a little bit about your experience, like when you came in to see them, like what you thought about that process?
That was like honestly by far my favorite thing of the whole.
Really?
Yes.
Better, it couldn't be better than the shooting.
It was
fine
close.
if it was.
because the photos were so great.
Yeah.
It was so much fun to look at, like all of them. But it was so helpful because like in the past with like both my sisters have been married, the photographer sent like I don't know how many pictures, like
1,000,
yes, like 1,000 pictures
for
to go
weddings.
through.
Yeah.
You already narrowed them down.
I did.
And from there we narrowed it down depending like on what book you were with, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So I picked like 30 photos out of them, and it was really helpful to get. So Whitney gave her opinion slightly about like, I don't know, like these two pictures are similar, or like kind of what to pick from.
Yep.
And that was really helpful because again, I'm not a photographer, like I don't know anything, so it's like really nice to have a photographer's input, like your eyes look really pretty in this picture, like I love your personality showing through on this picture. Another thing about the photo shoot I loved is my personality came through so much.
Totally.
It was so much fun, and like a lot of pictures I found myself, I wasn't smiling, I was just laughing. Yeah. Which was
like
awesome.
laughing pretty, but like the whole shoot, it was great.
It was really fun. So yeah, just like picking out the photos was really fun too, because like, I don't know, you just get to see all of them, and even though some of them like aren't, like they weren't all my favorite, clearly, I got to pick out like my top ones, so when I look back through them, it's like, oh, these are all my favorite, and it's just so much fun to like remember that.
Well, and my philosophy in general is I want the clients to only remember their favorite images. Like basically once the client is like, hey, that's not my favorite, they never see it again. You never have to see an image that you don't like of yourself again. And that's like a huge part of my process, and I think that's something that like we can collaborate on picking your favorites. So it all culminates, I'm going to grab a propping. So Gracie picked out her favorites, and it all culminated in this book. Yay! So I'll just have you like flip through. Yeah. So for families and seniors, I create heirloom books if that's what your heart desires. And
really nice.
Right? Yeah. They're just like, they're great. So custom design, and it's all like the ones that she loves the most. So look at how adorable she is. Can we just talk about this? Like, look at that hat. Oh, these are my faves. So that's Waterworks. Okay, let's just pause. Take a moment. Let's see. Let's get to the urban. Oh, love this. So this is right down the street. We were gonna film in front of there, but there was a truck, so you know. Oh my gosh, girl. I could pretty much look at these all day. And this off-the-shoulder dress. So I tried, when we're like doing outfits, try to pick a variety of outfits and locations. I love that. So this is at the Des Moines Social Club, like behind there. And look, she brought props. Love it. Yeah. So I'm gonna hand this back. So that's kind of what what the book looks like. So we're gonna do a little bit of something fun. We're going to, Gracie has graciously offered to let me photograph her. I'm gonna get my camera out and we're gonna do a little shoot so you can see how this goes. All right, and Megan's holding like 1,000 things, so thank you, Megan. All right, so we're gonna transition this way, and how do I turn it around? Is it this one? That one? Okay. And yeah, keep it. Okay, yep. Are we good? Excellent.
We are good.
Okay, Miss Gracie, she's already like knows exactly what to do. So what I'm gonna have you do is I'm gonna have you do exactly what you're doing now. Go ahead and pop your hip out this way. Excellent. Perfect. Bring your chin out here. Perfect. And we've got a lot of wind today. Excellent. Give me those big teeth. Ah, perfect. Love it. Relax those shoulders for me. Hey there, girl. Love it. And then just, I'm going to have you turn to the side and give me a little giggle. Yes. Love that. And then bring that hand up into your hair. Perfect. Love that. And when you do that, bring this shoulder forward towards me. Yes, right there. Awesome. That's perfect. Chin down a little bit. Excellent. And then I'm going to have you, we're going to do this. So I'm going to have you put one hand in pants pocket. And then I love how you were putting your foot up on the wall there. That's excellent. Ooh, and the hair is doing great things. We're just going to let that happen. Right. And this one's going to be just kind of relaxed face. Perfect. Excellent. Bring your chin up just a tad. Give me like soft smile here. Love it. And then I'm going to have you look down the wall here. Love that. Take the hand that's in your pants pocket and tuck your hair because we got some wind happening. Do a little giggle for me. Love it. Bring your face back towards this direction. Excellent. So that was just a little sample of what it's like to shoot. What was that? 2 minutes? And a normal senior shoot's about an hour and a half. So we just kind of rocked through it and explore Des Moines and have a good time. So, Gracie, my dear, thank you so much for coming on Wednesday.
Thanks for having me.